Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel, and it is freaking hot. So today we're going to go through what we're doing to boondock, and this is basically going to lead into our next series of videos of us boondocking in the national parks. So we're here today in a campground that we love. We're getting everything cleaned up, stocked up, and ready to go. Stand by and we'll go through each one of these pieces of gear, tell you how we use them and how we're getting them ready, and hopefully y'all can add this to make your boondocking experience a little easier. All right, the first thing we're going to go over is the generator, and I always get questions on that right there. And what this is it's a ground plug. Now, if you're using an external surge protector for your fifth wheel or your travel trailer or pop-up or whatever you got, you don't have to have that. But ours, I hardwired one in, so when I plug this up to it, the surge finds ground fault, so we have to run that. It's a dual fuel. It's got a 2.2 gallon gasoline tank on it, and we run it off of propane. So I can leave it sitting here on the bed of the truck, exhaust it out to the right, and we get 14 to 16 hours off of a 20-pound propane bottle. And then the 2.2 gallon tank will get us another 12 to 14, so we can run it 24/7 if we had to. Now, I did have ours modified to take a standard fitting, simply because last year we didn't bring the cord and I couldn't find one. It's proprietary to Champion. If you want to learn more about that, I did a review on the 4500. Hands down, love it. So next on our list, I have not used these before. I was assured that these are like the best fuel jugs to keep because they're stackable. Evidently all the side-by-sides and racers and everything around here, they use this to carry their gasoline in, and they come with a spout that screws into the lid, so you don't have all those safety mechanisms and crap that actually cause you to spill, well, they cause me to spill fuel. So we're going to give these a try, and we'll let you know how that works out. But we're going to carry 10 gallons of fuel, and that's basically enough fuel for 5 days, and then the 4 propane tanks in the bed. So in theory, on power, we should be good for 5 days if we want to run 24/7. All right, the next thing is this Aqua 2, and I don't know the full name of it, we'll have to put it up, but it's Aqua something, 30-gallon water bladder. I looked at probably 15 different water bladders of how to carry extra water. What makes this unique is it has the fill valve on the top, and it's got a screw-on lid. The port that refills your fresh tank is on the bottom, but it's got the shutoff valve included. So to me, that was way easier. Now, this seems to be the go-to standard. I typically like to try to find new products, things that other people aren't using. In this case, 100 to 1, everybody says this is the product to use. And after my research, I agree with them. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the fill process on this. I'm going to show you where we place the equipment, and we're basically getting ready to go boondock for a week, and we'll get into that now. So the first thing I did was I put down a towel that covers the sharp edges of the hitch, and this is the one time the quick connects are not your best friend. So I'm just going to take the quick connect off. That's already got a seal in it. Snug that up just a little bit. I'm going to go turn the water on, and we're going to watch this thing fill up. I guess we'll do a time lapse or something. So while that's filling up, the reason why we put it up here is I had it on the tail end of the truck. I had the generator up here in the back. One, the generator sat in between two of the panels, so it kept it raised up. Two, I could feel the water slosh slightly on the tail end. So we're going to move the generator back to where it was originally and put the water up here so the truck doesn't feel it. It wasn't bad. It's just I could feel it. So we're going to move it up here, see how that goes, and see how it goes. So she's all full now. As you can see, it sucked that air down in there. Now this is water approved, it's food grade. And we'll just simply reverse the process. When we need to pull water off of it, we'll plug this into there, the other end will go into the freshwater tank, and the pump will suck it out. And if you don't have a pump, then gravity will feed this out. Now, if you go Google this, you'll see there are YouTube videos of people stacking firewood on top of it, 200-pound men standing on it, bouncing around. As long as you don't cut this with a sharp edge, they say you can stack stuff on top of it. We're not going to do that, but it should be safe down here. So that's the water bladder. When we get ready to use the water bladder, we'll just simply plug it into this, switch this over to power tank fill, and we're good to go. Now, the other thing that we're going to do, because our rig will support this, is we have two gray tanks. One's for the kitchen, one's for the bathroom. We're going to pull these, which will allow those two tanks to equalize. They're 45 gallons apiece, so we'll have 90 gallons of storage. And then we use this Valterra valve. That's our stop gate. So all our gray water will be held back by this. We'll leave our black tank shut, but that allows us to store up to 90 gallons of gray water. Now, we have 65 gallons of fresh water in the rig. We have 30 gallons there. So we can store all of it in our rig. I mean, between the gray tanks and the black tank, we could store all, what is that, 90 gallons? So once we get finished for the week, we run out of fuel, then we come to a campground like this, we dump, flush, refill, and go back out. All right, so that wraps up, I guess, the technical side of boondocking. I'm sure there are 100 other people that do it different. If you've made it this far, let us know if you see a problem in the way we're getting ready to tackle this. If you've used those gas cans before, let me know. I guess we'll see y'all boondocking.